Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back with another video. I haven't been recording in a while, due to the fact that I'm just observing the market. Because I don't have the answers. I just sometimes I don't like due to personal reasons, and also just kind of I don't want to give my opinion because uh, you know it's I can make my opinions every day. But every day I can tell you, hey, that S&P is gonna go up today. Tomorrow it's gonna go down. But it's gonna go up but it actually went up the other day when I said it wasn't. It's you can't predict things. That's why I don't like making videos every day. I like making videos about the market or Pokemon every day because honestly, I don't even care about Pokemon right now. Obviously, I do like collecting. Uh, I still have a bunch of cards. I'm gonna send the PSA a bunch of cards that I have in my collection, in my PSA vault. Honestly, I've been selling a lot of my collection in Pokemon. Considering the fact that it's just not worth holding on to, I think it's more risk than reward at this point. Some of my collection has gained more than 100%. So why would I continue to hold these products? My gosh, some of them have gone more than 200%. It's honestly kind of like this. I give my mom $10 and she said she is going to invest it. And the only thing is when I take out those $10 that I invested, I can only take it out and I can never put money back into it ever again. Well, I'm just making an analogy. It's a stupid analogy. But let's say those $10 in 5 years somehow became $500. $10 became $500. My gosh, let's just say $10 became $100. Right? Why wouldn't you take out those $100? But let's say, okay, that's kind of dumb because imagine 2 years, $10 becomes $100. I'll just keep it there, probably keep going up, right? But let's say after it hits 100, it starts slowly and slowly and slowly uh, accumulating interest. So it did it really fast now, but now it's gonna go slower and slower and slower, and now you risk um those percentages. That's just how I feel. It was kind of a stupid analogy, but I hope you guys understood what I meant by that. So let's say I had an Evolving Skies booster box and I paid $150 for it. Hell, let's say I paid $200 for it. Okay, it's at 2,500. That's 1,000% gain. You should 100% sell that. Reason being is that's $2,000, man. I'm not saying it's life changing money, but it's a whole lot of money from an investment of $200. And from my point of view, in my opinion, in the market, I think Pokemon is going to hit a standstill in the sealed boxes. The reason being is you're gonna be seeing the mega sets, right? Okay, a lot of people are gonna be needing capital for these mega sets, unless they're millionaires, billionaires. Cause I know a lot of vendors will have a lot of inventory that they're with. Obviously, I don't know. Maybe some vendors don't. Maybe some vendors do. I don't know. I'm just giving my 2 cents. If I was a vendor, obviously, I would like to have a lot of inventory to sell and make money. And in order to use that inventory, you need cash and or leverage, whatever. So the hottest new sets, right, that everyone's gonna be talking about, base set, mega evolutions, and phantasmal flames are going up. And the craziest thing happened to phantasmal flames today. Do pre-order for those sets, for that set today, and instead you had some botters successfully pre-order a whole bunch of boxes before it even released to the Pokemon Center website. So what does that make me feel as a collector? All right, I'm done. I'm done because I have no chance. If I can't get it in the Pokemon Center, where they basically ban me every time I try to go on a Pokemon Center drop, they say I'm a bot. Okay, I'm not paying double MSRP. I'm not. I'm not. Uh, I'm not. I'm done. I would rather 230 on Google than $200 on a booster box. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm one of those people that likes to actually open the boxes. I'm a gambling man. Yes, I like to lose money. Yes. Uh, the thing is that if these boxes keep being expensive, it's not worth it. Uh, this became an issue only starting with surging sparks, and this is where the real issue is. The beginning of Scarlet and Violet, you didn't have this issue. You could open these boxes as much as you want, and really, you would only lose like 20, $10, really, if you had a bad box. Surging Sparks is starting to get worse. Destined Rivals and Prismatic Evolutions, where you see a lot of losing. Uh, so honestly, at this point, it's not even worth opening those boxes. Uh, you know, I'm also thinking, man, why would I buy these boxes that are already $300? You know, especially Destined Rivals that just came out. You really only had an opportunity to buy Destined Rivals at $200 to 300, and now they're at like 350, I think it is, which is crazy for a set that just came out. Like, bro, I think I don't like saying this, but Pokemon is kind of taking the Magic the Gathering route, where they know people are collecting these boxes and investing them, which is why they um have Magic the Gathering knows that they have two different sides, collectors and players. That's why they have two different booster boxes, player booster boxes and collector booster boxes, to make the singles cheaper and to make the collector box skyrocket, so people can fight over those prices. And Pokemon, from what I've seen, I don't know if they're gonna do what they did uh, years ago, where you know they printed whatever booster box that was going crazy, Roaring Skies, those sets, to less than $100, and I don't see them doing it this time, honestly, because the hype will die down at that point. And unfortunately, man, a lot of people will not be part of the hobby if prices keep going up. You know, Destined Rivals is a very cool booster box. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's most likely the best booster box of Scarlet and Violet. Uh, it's just, man, do you think Pokemon is gonna print more? I don't know. Right now, Destined Rivals went from 350 back down to 250, and then it went all the way back up to its highs of 350. It feels like this is the stock market. This is the stock market. It literally went from what it was before release. It released, went straight down, and people were going crazy for this box. People bought it at 220, which kind of made sense, honestly speaking. I missed out on Destined Rivals. Uh, the only thing is that, man, I'm just seeing there's so much of Destined Rivals at 350 at these crazy prices, right? You just think, man, if Pokemon doesn't print this set, it's obvious they have gone to the collector side. And I'm not mad. It just sucks, you know. I guess I'm disappointed with Pokemon. You know, they're focusing on prismatic evolutions. They're focusing on surging sparks. I don't really care about prismatic evolutions, honestly. I've made my money with prismatic. Uh, you know, the Pokemon Center ETBs, I sold them. I didn't care. You know, I made my money, whatever. If it goes to $1,000, I don't care. You know, if I bought it for $60 each, right, and they went to $300, why the hell am I not gonna sell? You know, it's like, come on, it just, it's so dumb. Like the prices of these are so dumb. I understand it's scarce. You know, people can't get them, which is why these prices are going crazy. Which is why I believe Pokemon is scarcing these products. They are making them feel like they're scarce, but in reality, they could print this set so much if they really wanted to, but they just would not want the hype to die down. Me talking about it is the reason why they won't print more. Uh, it sucks. The reason why I'm saying this is, you know, you don't have to print any other set. You don't even have to print Surging Sparks. In my opinion, you shouldn't even print Surging Sparks with your box. The reason why I'm saying that is because Surging Sparks was available for $100. It was available for 100 to 160. It was available for retail price. Journey Together, uh, not really available for 160, but you can get a good deal. I would say Journey Together and Destined Rivals are two booster boxes you should be printing. Prismatic, I don't care about Prismatic, bro. Do you know how hard it is to pull something from Prismatic? It's not worth it. I mean, you know, if I can already make my money selling this, I'm gonna make more money selling it than actually buying it, than actually ripping it, which takes the joy out of it. You know, uh, you know, this, to me, it's like Pokemon knows that they are creating this hype so people will go crazy for these products. And that is why I am just gonna take a step back. I'm gonna wait for the megas. If the megas don't, then I'm not gonna uh, cry about it. I'm not gonna. Maybe I'll cry about it. But I won't really, you know, lose sleep over it. I'm looking at different opportunities of where I can put my money in. For me, I think trader galleries are very underrated. A lot of people are so bearish on trader galleries, which is so dumb to me. Bro, you literally have these Pokemon, with the trainers. That's like an easy money right there. Like for people who are like investment bros or whatever, they don't talk about trader galleries. They just talk about the alt arts, but the trader galleries to me are kind of like alt arts. I mean, like, what? Obviously, the other versions are going to be a little bit better, but these being, only $100 is criminal. The Umbreon VMAX from Brilliant Stars, the Rayquaza VMAX from Silver Tempest, the Arcanine from Lost Origins, the Snorlax from Lost Origins, you have the Gengar from Lost Origins, you have the Charizard from Lost Origins, you have the Starmie from Astral Radiance, you have the Cynthia from Astral Radiance. You have these trainer galleries, and it's like, do people, not look at the older stuff? Well, honestly, there's even this one card in Cosmic Eclipse, I think it is, where it's Weavile and Cyrus. I think that card is dope. I think that card is so dope, so underrated, and I'm glad people don't talk about it. By the time I post this, that card's gonna be $20. But I digress. I believe taking a step back from the Pokemon hobby is kind of good if you are tired of this. If you can get things from MSRP, go get it from MSRP. If you can't, you can't, and you shouldn't get discouraged. A lot of people can't get it in MSRP, and you shouldn't be paying double. You miss out, you miss out. Pokemon is going to release the same Pokemon every single year. These Pokemon are not going to go anywhere. Just think about what you have to do and do what you have to do. For me, invest in the stock market. I am currently in NVIDIA, bullish on NVIDIA. I'm neutral on Google because I was very bullish on Google. I was screaming at my phone to buy Google at 189 before earnings or a little bit after earnings. I was like, 189, 190 is a steal. Buy Google. I still think Google can run up a little bit, but it's going to take a little bit more time. Maybe by the end of the year, it'll get to like 250. But that's the most I see, honestly. I didn't even expect it to get to 250 at this point. I was just expecting 220 by the end of the year. I think 250 by the end of the year would be a very good closing on it. Google has the 4th highest market cap. NVIDIA, number 1, and it's only 170. That is the steal of the year comparing to everything else. Alibaba is making their chips. Honestly, I do like that. I think healthcare is also something you should look at. Hims or hers. If you don't want to get into the AI stocks, I understand. A lot of people are saying September is going to be a very bad month for the stock market. I could see that as well. But what if I told you all this noise saying that September is going to be a very bad month for stocks kind of made September 1st the catalyst? And the reason why I think it's not going to happen. Let me give you a scenario. Are people going to want a video when it's 150? Yes. People going to want it when it's 170? Yes. Do people buy when it was at 180? Yes. So even if Nvidia goes to 150, let's say, I think there's more probability of it going to 200 than there is to 150. Why am I saying that? Because they beat earnings. They still are the biggest company with market cap. They are very undervalued. I think it's very bullish. I think it's a time to be very bullish on the video. I think 170 is going to be a low point, and then it's gonna take off. It's already reached 169, 168. You know, we could see a pullback to 160. I'm not saying that's out of the ballpark, but I'm saying by the end of the year you will see Nvidia at 200. So hopefully, you know, you buy 170 or below. Try to buy it before it gets to 180. And you know, if you see at 180, buy it. I think it'll get to 200. When I see people gambling, saying that Nvidia is gonna go to 200, that's how I know Nvidia is gonna go to 200. Cause they'll get there, but you just won't know. That's why you shouldn't do options. That's why you should just buy the stock, invest in the stock. Don't gamble. Remember, no one can predict the stock market. No one can. And for that extra 20%, it's not worth losing your whole portfolio. You know, just make sure you're investing into a stock that has, you know, a good business. You know, it's a business you would write home about, and you know what their business model is, what they're doing, what they're selling, and what they're doing with their debt. What are they planning to do for the future? What their competition is like? You know, these type of things. Like for me, I think Google is the best browser. It has YouTube. It has the Pixel. It has all these crazy things, and they're gonna get into Gemini too with the AI, and they're also partnering with Meta to work on the AI, which is just another crazy thing that they have going on. And you know, I'm very bullish. I see Meta going to 1,000 too. You know, these stocks, you know, they have so much room to go. And you know, a lot of people are saying we are in the AI bubble. That could be true, but we're also never seeing profits this much from these companies. And I think NVIDIA kind of proved those people wrong, that we are in an AI bubble. Maybe not, but you know, I still believe I would rather pay 170 NVIDIA stock than buy Test Rivals at 350. Like, bro, come on. Like, do you see Death Survival going to $1,000 in 3 years? I could see Nvidia going to. I mean, it was $1,000 the other year. Literally, like 2 years ago, it was $1,000. But they broke down the shares into they broke down the shares. So if you had Nvidia at $1,000, you would actually own 10 shares of Nvidia when it went down to 100 or whatever price it was. So you know, which is why I'm also very bullish on Nvidia, because that is such not a cocky but more of a confident move where they made the stock cheaper and they gave people more shares. So what that could risk is people actually losing interest in the company and saying, all right, well, I'm just gonna take my money and just get out of it because oh, excuse me. You know, these guys literally just cut their shares down to $100. Like, what is going on? They were literally $1,000. What is going on? Or they just want to be like, you know what? I'm just gonna take some shares out and keep one or two shares there. And what that did was kind of make more people interested in the video. They're like, wow, this stock actually went to 1,000, and maybe it could go to 1,000 again. We'll just buy. And that's why I just seen a video. Keep going. But one thing that I did notice is that Alibaba, and China kind of are bearish on the video. They've kind of said, nah, we're gonna make our own chips, which doesn't scare me, but it actually makes me think outside of the box and say, hey, why not buy Alibaba? I mean, it's been down for a while. Could I see it go back to 300? I think it could. I honestly think it could. You know, they don't have the best market cap. They beat their earnings. I think it was today. They announced it on August 31st. So, honestly speaking, maybe, in my opinion, I think Nvidia is a stronger buy than Alibaba right now. You know, Nvidia is just so strong. It's literally the biggest company, most profitable company as well. Alibaba could go up, but I'm just not as confident as on Alibaba than Nvidia. That's my 2 cents. Another two stocks that I'm kind of looking at is Hims and Hers and Dollar General. Hims and Hers, I'm telling you, is one of the best stocks of this year. Robinhood as well. Robinhood, it's kind of already made its way. I think another bank stock, if you're looking at banks, would be SoFi. SoFi is a very up and coming stock. Dollar General, if you like dividends, Dollar General is definitely a stock you should get. Or you can go with Coca-Cola. I think Dollar General can go back up to 200 next year. Maybe not next year, maybe in 5 years. But you'll definitely make some money with dividends. Yeah, that's about it, guys. That's my center on the market. I am okay with the market. I still have some stuff, but it kind of ruined the hype with certain after certain sparks. You kind of get excited. Oh, we're gonna get some cool ass cards, some cool ass booster boxes. Nope, there's not enough boxes. Whoops, sorry. And that's the annoying part, but you gotta remember this is only the first year. A lot of people are gonna already be buying these, and I mean, if people stop buying on the secondary market, those same people won't have the money to buy these boxes. And yeah, that's my opinion on this. So guys, don't get discouraged. Keep, be positive, and just look for different opportunities. I still think there's opportunities in the Pokemon market. I think Journey Together could be the next set to go to 250. It just hit 222. And yeah, there's always going to be opportunities in any market. Uh, like I said, I don't think Pokemon is in a bubble. I think there's just too many people believing that Pokemon will change their futures when, life is not like that. Life is not easy like that. A lot of people are making these crazy gains after 5 years of holding these boxes. So, it takes time. Believe me, it takes time. But yeah. guys, that's my opinion. You guys let me know what you think. You can disagree with me. I'm okay with that. I like hearing other people's opinions. If you just don't like how my hair looks today, you can say that. It's okay. I'll make sure to put my hair in a bun tie next time so I don't feel self-conscious after reading your comments. Alright, guys. Have a good, beautiful day and hope to see you on the next one. Peace.